My name is Dobbe. I'm Dutch by origin. I live in Spain. I've been living in Spain now for 11 years. And that is actually because I've ended up here because of my international journey that I had with my previous employer, Unit 4, where I've worked for actually 26 years. And in that period, I've been into various roles. I've been into product management, product marketing, and the last part of my career, I was chief evangelist. Started my own company in 2017. The role that I have, I didn't want to be a CEO of the company, although of course I am the founder. But given the nature of my business, I called myself the Chief Inspiration Officer, which is very much like what I'm doing these days. My business is about helping business software companies around the world to stand out in their marketplace and to make a difference there. And that has been the path that I'm on.
And I think you also published a book recently called The Remarkable Effect, correct?
Exactly. Well, I mean, in that whole story of building my own business, the promise that I made to my customers is I will help you reimagine what can be to become remarkable. And in order to live up to that, I started to do a podcast about 2.5 years ago, where I interview tech entrepreneurs in a particular area of the business software market to explain how they are transforming their marketplace. And at some point in time, one of my guests on the podcast said, "You need to publish this because there's so much value in this that people need to know about this." And that became the birth of my book, The Remarkable Effect, in which I reveal the 10 traits of what sets a remarkable company or remarkable software company apart from others, the rest in the market, of course.
Okay, so when given all of that, and given your an amazingly successful career, and now you're what you're doing now, when you saw the GC index and you saw the profile, how would you say that, what was the impact that had on you? How would you say that underpins your success that you've had to date?
It made a whole lot of things clear to me. I mean, being a 9 on Game Changer, and then an 8 on Strategy and an 8 on Polisher. Initially, I thought it was more on the middle part, the Playmaker, but I think at the end they're all nicely around that. It tells a lot about what I've been doing in the past and why I was doing that in the past. Particularly, for example, the last 1.5 years at Unit 4, where I was the chief evangelist. It's all about taking customers, but also employees in the company forward to where we are going with the strategy, which was about this is where we're going to be the game changer in the marketplace, connecting the dots to people, both customers and internally, and working with the various departments inside the organization to really make that super slick and make it stand out.
So that big score for Game Changer really hit home.
I didn't have the words for it, but now I have the words for it.
Exactly. Excellent. So, and what skills would you say that you've had to develop along the way to make the most of this set of proclivities that you have?
I think a very important one in the skill set that I've developed is seeing things that other people don't see. Like seeing a lot of dots, but then connecting the dots and taking out what is the essence of this and why this is important. Another aspect is communication about it and create energy around that, so that people will come on the journey with it. That, of course, I've had to learn with a lot of mistakes, and at the end, getting better and better and better at it. And that's at the end now the foundation of my own company.
When have you felt that your career was most in tune with your proclivities? Would that be now? Would it be when you were an evangelist at Unit 4? Would it be some previous time? When do you think it's most matched to what we see on your profile?
I think it has been there. Like I said, it's sort of hidden. It didn't have the words for it, but it was early in my career when I was just in the Netherlands. I was responsible for a product for the SME market, and I think I was pretty much in my role there because I was owning the whole product strategy, working with the team to create a product that I saw and where it needed to go, and communicating then with the market about what was to come. And every time there was a release of the product, I was then saying to everybody, okay, this is done. What's next? So that's sort of an early sign. Later in my career, I turned everything turned from being focused just on the Netherlands to going global. I also had sort of a freewheeling role there, influencing product strategy, working with a team of product managers and a very good product owner in there to shape the product. But I was not executing there on the product itself. I had someone that could do a far better job than me. I was more on the communicating it to the market side and working throughout that process. That was going really, really well until the company got delisted, became part of private equity, and when I had to make the choice to turn my career and focus just on product marketing, and I became the global head of product marketing in the company, which I thought was going to be heaven to me. And it appeared to be the opposite, because what was asked for me is to become the implementer. I was asked to create a center of excellence in Utrecht. I was living in Spain because my role and my work was in the world. Now I had to go back to the Netherlands every single week, on the plane on Monday evening, back on Friday on the same plane, row 16, seat C. And I didn't see anybody anymore, and it was just executing process, something that I'm not at all. I had a discussion with my boss, Ivo Totev, at that time, and he said there was one role that I still need to fulfill, that's the chief evangelist role. And he said, I think you are perfect for that. Took the role, started to communicate with people around me, and they said, that's what you've always been. So what's the news? So that's where I was in my role again. Like having a boss.
Yeah, definitely. And I knew you then, so I would agree wholeheartedly. What about the converse? You know, if you think about when you've had to do, we've just talked a bit about it there. You know, when you were doing the product marketing lead role, that was really then not making best use of your proclivities, and you obviously felt, you know, that didn't match to how you could best add value.
Yeah, I mean the point where it turned into create a process and a center of excellence. That was asking something from me that I could of course do and learn.
Yeah, exactly. We can do it, but
but it didn't bring out the best in me. And
it doesn't give you energy.
In the previous role, in the years before, I also had the role of product marketing owner. I was VP of product management and product marketing. So essentially it got more focused. But when Unit 4 was stock listed, there was a decentralized organization, and I was working with everybody around the world, doing my thing with them, rather than centralizing it.
So now you can choose, you're running your own business, you can choose who you want to work with and who you want to have around you. Given this language that we've now provided you with in terms of understanding yourself and other people, what sort of people are going to complement you and really make sure that you're able to give of your best and that they give of their best?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm currently pivoting my business because in the last 2.5 years I've been project oriented. So it's project-based type work. And I work with dozens of companies around the world. Having been writing my book, I now realize, okay, I've got the book, people read it, and then there's something missing to implement that. So I've started my tribe, where I actually work with the people that I work. Well, I mean, I call it myself. I get most energy and deliver my best work with what I call tech entrepreneurs on a mission. And these are entrepreneurs that already tell themselves a story about where they want to go, and I'm becoming their guide in order to get there. So it's working with those type of people that are like-minded, that ambition and that want to be game changing, that's where the best work comes out. And I'm surrounding people around me
Mm-hmm.
that actually can help with the implementers part. So you start looking at like where you got your weak spots, and you try to find the right people around you to fill those gaps.
Mm-hmm. So you think
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes absolute sense. So you think the GC Index will help you with some of that as well in terms of going forward with your tribe?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's actually underlines what value I can offer those entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
and how we can take them on that journey to take their own ideas and their own plans to be game changing in the market to the next level. And I can exactly highlight at what point, in what areas I can really add value with the mix that I have.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Tom. That's been very, very informative and useful and enjoyable. So thank you very much for your time, and we'll meet again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Lucy.